Hi, my name is Mike Hang, Saint Paul native. Been here, work for the Ramsey County. I'm also the chair of the Minnesota Hmong Chamber of Commerce.
All right, so what is your connection to urban agriculture?
My connection here to urban agriculture is, the funny thing is actually a guy named Melvin Giles here. We moved into our rental. We were there for several years, and he actually had a garden next door called the Peace Garden. We were there. We met. We grew vegetables in there. I learned about urban agriculture and how well it did and how it connected the community together. And by bringing people together, it was so great to meet people from the community, eating fresh grown tomatoes. Also, from that standpoint, also learning about like the gardening programs and like the master gardeners program and the things that they actually offer at the U. So it was a really enlightening experience, and I would highly encourage and support urban agriculture, because I would say it's like the gateway into our agriculture, back to, I guess you would say, our roots.
Absolutely. So like, what do people not even realize? Like, what is the face of urban agriculture? What does that look like on the ground? And why is that so important to our communities? Why is it so important to get back to our roots?
I'd say just getting to know each other, right? We live in a society where we're also connected with our phones, connected with media, and with either economics or social policies or the news here. We're so separated, right? But sometimes it's like, you need to have like a nice meal together, and by doing this, it's kind of like having that nice meal. Like, because when you do a garden, everybody's coming together to do work, right? Everybody has a little plot of land. Everyone has a little strip. It's like, I remember when I actually planted, I had this huge bush. That's like Thai basil, right? And when we planted it, it was like very, very small. And Melvin came in and said, "Hey, Mike, what's that?" It's like, "That's Thai basil here." Like, "Oh, what is that?" It's like he took it. He's like, "It smells really good." I'm like, yeah, it goes like in pho and other Asian dishes here, and it's more like the cultural exchange, right? It's not just like getting to know your neighbors, but it's also getting to know like who they are, what they eat, right? Expanding that culture and community.
Absolutely. And playing a role in health.
Yeah.
Can you speak on how that helps?
How
these urban gardening spaces help create healthy communities too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's creating great communities here. Like I said here, back to community. I did that. I actually had my kids come in, and they actually also did theirs too. So it was really fun because they get to learn how to plant, how to grow. Their kids interact with other kids as well too. And it's if you provide a space like that, right? I mean, you think of it's comparable to like how a community center would be. We put a lot of monies and dollars and cents into community spaces here, but this here, like, they take something back, right? I think there's a difference between like, hey, I want to go there and I want to watch a movie, right? To be like, you know what? I was a part of that movie. I created that movie, right? I was part of it. I was in that scene for maybe like just 5-10 seconds here, but I was a part of it, right? Taking that sort of ownership. And I think with the community gardens, you actually have that aspect, that piece here. It's like, I was part of it. I tilled that land. I ate the food. I'm sharing this food here. And that actually just broadens the scope here and the love for each other in the community.
Absolutely. So what are you seeing are like the things that are really supporting the community and doing this work? And what are the things that are maybe barriers or things you want to see improve in the future?
I think there's a lot of support in regards to this. Let's say there's city support. I think the communities actually would know. The communities actually know about it, really enjoy it, right? But the barriers to it, it's like you have a resource, you have something that's out there that you're not sure what these resources are actually all about, where you can go get these resources. You also have language barriers, right? You have social, economical barriers as well. You see that, hey, there's a community garden, but how do I know how to participate? How do I get involved, right? So, like, by having more of those conversations and more of those spaces here, by normalizing it, I think that's where we actually can overcome some of those challenges.
Absolutely, especially when you tell people, like, the county has resources, but people don't know.
Like, where are these resources at? Like, can I call a number and it's just like, oh, press 500 to get this resource? No, you can't do that too. So.
What would you say would be advice to people that want to get those resources though? Like, how would you approach that?
I guess you'd say get in touch with your with your local city officials here, and also Master Gardeners program, right? They're really well connected, and they know the people from certain areas, and you can just kind of go from there.
Thank you. All right. So, do you have any last thoughts or any last things you want people to know about urban agriculture?
I would say, if you don't know about it, find out about it. You won't regret it. And then those who actually do know about it, spread the word.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.